Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Oops. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Sorry we ran a little bit late. We're ready to get started on time. Aaron Nola will be pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. A 3-8 record for him so far this season in 14 starts. He has a 6.78 earned run average on the season, and he will be going up against Nolan McLean tonight as the Phillies host the New York Mets for a 4-game set out at Citizens Bank Park. We got news earlier today that the Phillies put Trea Turner on the IL. He is going to be missing some time. They're hoping to get him back before the playoffs do begin. But more on that in a little bit. So Turner was placed on the IL with a right hamstring strain, and Alec Bohm was placed on the 10-day injured list with a left shoulder inflammation as well. So what the Phillies did was they called up Otto Kemp from AAA Lehigh Valley. They also called up Donovan Walton. He had his contract selected from Lehigh Valley, and he will be wearing number 18. And Daniel Robert was transferred to the 60-day IL. So Nola is out there on the mound. He'll be pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies, and they're going to need a good outing from him tonight. This is a guy who has really been struggling and just has not done a good job just commanding his pitches. I mean, his velocity has been down with his four-seamer this year. The knuckle curve has been lifted up a little bit, and he's been getting nicked up on those pitches. So he will be facing this lineup tonight for the New York Mets. Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, Mark Vientos. And then you got Jeff McNeil, Francisco Alvarez, Brett Beatty, and also Cedric Mullins in the lineup tonight for the New York Mets. First pitch from Nola, and that's taken for a called strike. So no balls, one strike to get things started. Mets are in their gray tops, gray and blue tops, and gray and blue bottoms. And here's the 0-1, and that's taken for strike 2. Lindor batting .268 on the season with 26 home runs and 77 RBI as well. No balls, 2 strikes to Lindor. We'll get into the Phillies lineup in just a little bit. But Turner is on the injured list. Here's the 0-2. That just misses for a ball, according to the home plate umpire. How's everybody doing? Let us know down below what your final score predictions are and who are your Pogs. Players of the game, comment who the Pogs are down below. 1-2 pitch. That is high for ball 2. David's here. Michael's here. What's going on? What's going on, dude? Hoagie Boy is also here as well. We also got Phillip. What's up, Phillip? Go Phils! 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the 2-2. That's check swing ground ball. That's just fouled right to JT. Was just out of play. The crew chief for tonight's baseball game, we'll get to that in just a few seconds. Home plate umpire is Will Little. Over at first, you got Ryan Additon. Second base ump is Ryan Wills. And then a third, it'll be Stu Sherwater. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola, leg kick, pitch, swing and a miss. And Francisco Lindor is down on strikes. That knuckle curve certainly fooled Francisco Lindor. It looked very deceptive out of his hand. It had a lot of break to it. I could just see it, too. And so there's one out here in the top of the first inning. We got our Aaron Nola emotes. You can comment those down below. Juan Soto is coming up, and he takes down for ball 1. It was just a little bit above the dirt. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell icons, too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Travis, your brother's at the game? That's so sick. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is taken for a called strike over on the inside corner at the knees. JJ, how we doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I want us to get a win tonight, start off the series on a strong note, and take one game at a time. So Soto is up, batting .262 on the season, and he stares at a sinker that looked a little bit high, but it's called a strike anyways for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Juan Soto. He will step out of the box. Soto does have 30 at home runs, which is 7th best in all of baseball. He's also tied for 12th in RBI. He's 6th in OPS and 1st in walks. The 1-2 pitch, and that is low for ball 2. Juan is 26 years old. He's batting .237 against Aaron Nola during his career with 3 homers and 6 RBI. Nola gets set above the letters, gets the signs, kicks, fires, and there's a fly ball that's hooking foul, and it goes into the third deck out in right field. This season against the Phillies, Juan Soto just batting .250 in 9 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way. That is inside for ball 3. That was a 4-seamer at 95. Just wanted to throw that out there. 95 on the 4-seamer. Up next is Pete Alonso. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Soto on the way, and that is down and in for ball 4. Looks like that the ball just slipped out of Nola's hand. He just did not get a good grip of the baseball and just mislocated that. So there is a 1-out walk. What else do we got? And Steven, hopefully you're doing okay, man. Let us know how you're doing down low. At least the Dodgers have been struggling, but I'd love to see, I'd love to at least win the series, or better yet, sweep. Absolutely. Here's the pitch, and that is taken for a strike. Fans are chanting, "That's my ball," after Juan Soto hit a towering fly foul ball into the stands, and they were deciding who gets the ball. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is low and away for a ball. That's funny. Bonge is here. What's going on? Marsh sitting, Casty starting versus a righty. Why? I don't know. Sounds good, man. Great. Great. Sounds good. Mike is here. What's going on, Mike? 1 ball, 1 strike to Pete Alonso. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that is just fouled off. Larry, you got a busy night, man. You got J.J. McCarthy to watch. J.J. and J.J. And J.J. You're probably not going to be on here, though. But I was talking about Justin Jefferson. They call him J.J. And then there's me. The most important J.J. of all. Toss back over to first. That is not in time. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Alonso. Swing and a miss. a changeup in Aaron Nola's toolbox. And there's 2 away in the top of the first. Nice. That thing came running over towards the inside corner. Alonso swung over top of it. We just got word in NFL news that George Kittle is expected to miss multiple weeks with a hamstring injury, according to Adam Schefter. So 2 outs, top of the first. A runner on over at first. And Brandon Nimmo is coming up, and he swings over a knuckle curve. That thing has looked really good so far in this first inning. The count is 0-1. Nola has 20 strikeouts against Brandon Nimmo, which is tied for most amongst any batter that he has faced. Throw back over to first, and Soto is safe. Got to keep your eyes on Juan Soto stealing because he's stolen a lot of bases this year. He's been cutting good jumps, too. It's by far the most stolen bases of his career. 29. His most before that was 12. The ball is 1 strike. There's the 0-1. Line drive hit out over towards right field, and that is going to be a foul ball. It went towards that corner. That was close. Nimmo hit it sharply, and it barely just hooked foul. Yep. Actually went more towards the corner than I thought that it did. No, I forgot to change that ticker. Whoops. Keeps him moving. 0-2 on the way, and that's high for ball 1. So that makes the count now 1-2. So let's get rid of this ticker. And then we'll get this ticker back up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's the 1-2 on the way, and that ball is flied out over towards right center field. Bader on the track, has room, makes the catch in front of the fence, and there is out number 3. So Nimmo just got under it, and the Phillies get out of the inning, and we're going to the bottom of the first. No score between the Phillies and the Mets. Man. All right. Who else do we have? Players of the game. Final score predictions. Players of the game. Pogs. Let us know down below. Who are your Pogs and who are your what are your final score predictions as well? Let us know. Tonight we got Diamond Zone. I think we're gonna go on at like 10:20, 10:30-ish for Diamond Zone. There's a lot of late night games tonight. So I think that'll be fine. Depending on when this game does finish. I just want to give myself like 45 minutes to just, breathe. We'll do a post-game show, too, of course, because it's a big series, no doubt about it. We got Colton here. What's up, Colton? We got Wiz Khalifa. What's going on, dude? Wiz. Got to go see Wiz in a concert. That was cool. It was nice. I believe he was on Logic Set. I think he was on Logic Set. Yeah, he was. Asia's also here. What's up, Asia? What's up, LP? What's up, Wayne? What's going on, Lee? Lee is here. Lee's going to go with Otto Kemp. Okay. Wiz says, I'm going to go 3-1 Phillies. Nice. Nola got out of the first inning. Yeah, he did. He did. Nice. Final's going to be 5-3, says Steven. Player of the game, I have a weird feeling it'll be JT. Okay. What's up, Dan? How are you? Well, good day, everybody. All right, so let's get into the starting lineup. It'll be Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Max Kepler, Harrison Bader, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, Edmundo Sosa, and Otto Kemp. And Harper will lead it off, and he takes the first pitch outside. Nolan McLean is going to be out there on the mound for the New York Mets. We'll get more into his stats in just a couple of seconds. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0. That misses the zone for ball 2. Excuse me. Nolan this year, 4-0 with a 1.37 earned run average. Gave up 2 earned runs in his last outing. Went 6 innings, struck out 7. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. He's looked really dominant. The outing before he pitched against the Tigers, he faced the Phillies and went 8 scoreless innings, and he had 6 strikeouts. Here's a curveball that's thrown and swung on and missed by Bryce. So 26 and a third inning under his belt this year, just 1 homer allowed, and 4 earned runs, 28 strikeouts. He's from Willow Spring, North Carolina. He's only 24 years old. Next pitch to Harper, and he goes down looking at a sinker at 96, right down the center of the plate for strike 3. So it was a 2-0 count, and then McLean able to attack. With his 6 strikeouts he had against the Phillies, 2 were against the sinker, 2 were with the changeup, and then he had 1 with the sweeper and 1 with the curveball as well. So here comes Kyle Schwarber, and he gets a fastball that he swings and misses at. It was at 97 miles per hour. He was late. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 to Kyle. That one misses outside for ball 1. Phillies are 83 and 60. Mets are 76 and 67. The 1-1 offering. That's low and away for ball 2. In case you guys did miss it, Trea Turner is on the injured list. Alec Bohm is 2. Bohm, they expect him to just be missing 10 days. Turner, there was a report that they said that they're hoping that they can get him back before the playoffs start. 2-1, swing and a miss to Kyle Schwarber. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, batting .242 on the season. The 2-2 to Kyle. There's a ground ball. It's hit over towards shortstop, and the throw over to first is just in time. Kyle did run as hard as he could, but there's just no chance that he was going to be able to beat out that throw from Francisco Lindor. So 2 up, 2 down. Christian Darrisaw is out for tonight's game, Larry. I don't know if you saw that. Just wanted to break that to you. Here comes JT. There's a strike that's called on the inside corner for strike 1. THR 33 steps says I'm going to go 3-1 Phillies. The ball is 1 strike. And here's a sweeper. That's taken for strike 2 on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the first. Max Kepler waits in the on-deck circle. McLean kicks, deals, and JT bloops one out over towards right center field, but that's going to be caught by Jeff McNeil, the second baseman for the Mets, for out number 3. McLean throws a 1-2-3 inning, and we're heading to the top of the second. Mets and Phillies are scoreless so far. Yeah, it's going to be tough for the Phillies to go up against this guy. This guy is really good. What makes him so well is that he's so deceptive, not only with his windup, he has like a very interesting leg kick, and batters really have to concentrate on not only just his motion, but how he locates his pitches. It's very deceptive with the way that he just winds up, and he can also fire too. So, all right, we're going to go to the top of the second. It'll be Mark Vientos to lead off the top of the second inning, along with Jeff McNeil and Francisco Alvarez. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with we're gonna do this. Okay. All right, guys. How many innings do we expect Aaron Nola to go? How many innings? Give me a number down below. How many innings do we expect Aaron Nola to go? I expect him to go 5. 5 to 6. If he goes 7, that must mean that he's pitching really well. But 5 to 6, I would say, is what is expected tonight from Aaron Nola. What say you, though? Comment down below. How many innings do you guys think he's going to go? John says 5. Drew says 4.5. THR 33 Steps says 5. Okay. Keith also says 5. Okay. Larry says 4 2/3. Okay. Yeah, I think that if he goes 5 to 6, I think that is probably like realistic. 4 2/3, yes, I would say that I wouldn't rule that out of the cards. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 4 innings. I'll put it to you that way. Because maybe the second time he gets through the order, I'm not trying to jinx him or anything, but you just never know. You never know. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too, folks. And that way you will know when we do go live. First pitch to Vientos, and that is on the outside corner for a called strike to Mark Vientos. 16 long balls, 56 runs batted in, and he is a Phillies destroyer. No balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. And that is low for ball 1. Is 4.5 possible? I guess in some capacity it is. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Ground ball chopped over to short. Sosa has it, throws it over to first. And there is the first out of the inning. It's 73 degrees out in Philadelphia tonight. Feels like the daylight is just going away even earlier. We're in that time of the year. 1 out, top of the second. And here's a knuckle curve that's painted perfectly on the outside edge for strike 1. We need Nola to have a good showing after the last one. I agree. Absolutely. 0-1. That is outside for a ball. You do need Aaron Nola to go out there and dominate. It's just that we're trying to be realistic. With what he's given you, it has just been not good at all. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a line drive foul ball over into the camera well. Right by Ben Davis. Oof. Didn't hit him, but it was just over towards his right. What's good, Ben? 1-2. There's a line drive, and that ball is just foul, too. That one was more so over towards the line. So Jeff McNeil batted .263 on the season. This year against the Philadelphia Phillies, McNeil is 3 for 20 with 1 homer, 4 RBI, and 4 strikeouts as well. Nola's 1-2 pitch. That ball is fouled off again. The 4-seamer hit 94. We saw it top off at 95 in the first inning. The 1-2 delivery, foul ball off the foot of McNeil. You got a change up there. McNeil is 14 for 43 against Aaron Nola, which is good enough for a .326 batting average. He has only struck out 9 times against him. Has also homered off of him once. That was this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 on the way, and that ball is popped up into foul territory. Otto Kemp gives it a look, and it goes into about the 5th row and skips all the way towards the 12th row. Took a very high bounce. All right, folks, we need 30 more subscribers for us to get to 7,250. I feel you, Lou. 1-2 on the way. Ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Sosa backhands it, throws it over to first, and it's not in time. It was a good try by Edmundo Sosa. Bang, bang play. But Jeff McNeil, his speed beats out the throw of Edmundo Sosa. That was hit towards the hole. Sosa went towards his right side, backhanded it, and then threw it as he was going backwards over to first. And McNeil beat it out in plenty of time. It's just maybe a couple of seconds. That's the first hit of the ball game. And now Francisco Alvarez, comes on up. And the pitch is low for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Nola falls behind in the count, and it's now a 2-0 count as the next pitch was low. Two balls, no strikes. Nola gets set and delivers. Throws a sinker at 92 at the knees. See that velocity is going down a little bit. But Alvarez took it. Whenever there's a runner on base, Francisco Alvarez has a higher batting average. He's batting .327. When there's nobody on, it's just above 200. 2-1 pitch, and Nola evens up the count as the pitch was taken at the knees for strike 2. How we going, chat? JJ, I'm going to go Nola for 5. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nola comes set up just above the letters. Gets the signs, kicks, fires, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He was ahead in the count, or he was behind in the count 2-0, and was able to strike out Francisco Alvarez on a knuckle curve that just disappeared out of the zone towards the outside corner. Nice play there. And that's Nola's 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Today's Mina Kimes' birthday. Happy birthday, Mina Kimes. She's awesome. She does an awesome job covering the NFL on ESPN. She's one of my favorites, really. 2 outs, top of the second. A runner on over at first. And Nola kicks, deals. That pitch is low for a ball. Kennedy says, I'm going to go 5 Ks. Wait, do you need 5 strikeouts, or are you just saying if I were a betting man, I would take 5 strikeouts? We got 328 people watching and 78 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That knuckle curve is downstairs. Keep it clean, everybody. Don't forget, try to keep it PG. And no spoilers in the chat. 2-0 pitch. There's a line drive smoked out over towards right field. Cassidy plays it on 2 hops. McNeil's going to go over to third. The throw is not in time. Otto Kemp tried to swipe Jeff McNeil, and he tried to swipe him just on the left foot. But it's a 2-out single hit by Brett Beatty. And now Cedric Mullins is due up. McNeil over at third base. That's the first ball that has left the infield today. Has been recorded as a base hit. 40 pitches for Aaron Nola. And now Cedric Mullins is due up. Mullins just batting .218. Phillies were interested in possibly getting him during the trade deadline, but the Mets got him. Phillies got Harrison Bader. First pitch. That is on the inside edge for strike one. He does have 16 home runs and 57 RBI on the season. The ball is one strike. And the 0-1 is inside for ball one. Cedric is 30 years old. He's from Greensboro, North Carolina. Was with the Orioles from 2018 till July of 2025. The 1-1, that ball was chopped foul. He has struck out 640 times in 2,836 at-bats. Nola trying to come together on a pitch to throw here with JT. He winds up and deals. And the changeup is just fouled off towards the right side. Jen, what's up, Jen? How are you? Jen H. What is going on? 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. That knuckle curve was awesome. And Cedric Mullins just said, darn it, to put it nicely. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Phillies and the Mets. Love that. Cha-ching. Nice. Good. He needs... If Nola wants to go deep... If Nola is going to go deep, that pitch is going to have to do wonders. And the fastball velocity is going to have to be sharp. So, all right, we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Kepler will lead it off. Then it'll be Harrison Bader and Nick Castellanos to follow. So all three outfielders playing for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right. So we talked about Aaron Nola. The Phillies, by the way, guys, in case you are wondering, they are 7 games above the New York Mets in the NL East. When it comes to best record in the National League, they are 5.5 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers for first place. And they are also 2 games above the Cubs, which doesn't really matter. But they are 4 games in front of the LA Dodgers and 5 in front of the San Diego Padres. So if you guys want them to get a bye, well, that is looking good right now. I know that there's still plenty of baseball left to go. We still got what? It's been 143 games. I mean, really, we got like 19 games left, so I guess it's not really a lot to go, but there still is time, is what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Where do you expect the Phillies to end up? Do you expect them to stay at the 2? Do you expect them to drop down to the 3? Or are they a wild card team? Because now without Bohm and without Turner, that does change things. So let me know. Max Kepler is due up. First pitch was taken for a ball. Second pitch is at the knees for strike 1. One ball, one strike in the pitch. Line drive, base it out to left field. That's going to take a couple of bounces in front of Brandon Nimmo. And Kepler follows through with a swing and gets on with a leadoff single to left field. Okay. What's up, Shane? Let's go. Philly versus without Trea, I don't know. Charge! So Kepler singles, And Bader comes up, and he lines one out to left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kepler is rounding second. He'll jog on over to third, and Bader is safe at second base. Jeff McNeil tried to swipe Harrison Bader. I didn't even know that Bader was going for two. He tried to get a little testy, and McNeil's like, nope, I got him out, but they called Bader safe at second, and I'm sure that the Mets are going to look things over here and try to challenge it. But if the call does stand, Bader is at second, and he will be rewarded with a double with nobody out. And the Mets are going to look at this. I had no idea he was even going to go to second. They just made a casual throw over to second base, so you couldn't see Bader even going to second base because he was out of the picture. The throw definitely had him beat. It most certainly had him beat. Yeah, he's out. He's definitely out. The glove, by the time the ball was caught, it was in between both legs. He is out, no doubt about it. So the Mets win their challenge, and Bader is out at second base. However, Kepler does go on over to third, and Bader gets some high fives in the dugout. Tried to be aggressive there. Did not work. But Nick Castellanos is due up at the plate. I can understand him trying to be aggressive, but just thought that was a little bit premature. The pitch on the way. Line drive, base hit down the first base line. Kepler will score. Castellanos comes through and gives the Phillies a 1-0 lead. Drop those Castellanos emotes. 3 singles in a row for Philadelphia. That went under the glove of Pete Alonso towards that right side. That was a screamer. So now Bryson Stott comes up, and he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 Philadelphia. 1 out, bottom of the second. And the 1-0 to Stott. And he fouls it away. McLean went to his cutter there. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. The pitch off the plate for ball 2. Anybody expect Nick Castellanos to get an RBI single? He was not safe, Hoagie. Come on, dude. You're such a troll. 2-1. That is in there for strike 2 at the knees. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Alonso has it, throws it to second for 1. That's all that they're going to get. That's just 3-6 on the fielder's choice. And now bring Edmundo Sosa up to the plate. And Otto Kemp will be in the on-deck circle. Let's see Sosa try to take advantage of more playing time. Hopefully he does well. First pitch to Edmundo, and he fights off a four-seamer and fouls it out of play. We are 29 subscribers away from getting to 7250. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too. The ball is 1 strike. Here's the 0-1, and there's a ground ball that skips off the mound, back up the middle for a base hit. Stott will stop at second base, and Edmundo Sosa gets on with a single with 2 outs, and he's over at first. Like that. Really good swing by Sosa. Took advantage of a hanger right out over the middle of the plate and said, you're not going to get away with that pitch. That's now 4 singles in this inning for Philadelphia. Sosa is 8 for 12 this season against the New York Mets. So he has really been their kryptonite. And now we have a timeout call. Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach for the Mets, is going to go out there to talk things over with his rookie pitcher. And up next will be Otto Kemp. That was a nice swing there. Phillies lead the National League with 258 first pitch hits this season. Among them, guess who leads the team with 40? Anybody want to guess? Otto Kemp is due up at the plate. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Anybody want to guess? Who leads the team in first pitch hits? It's not Otto Kemp. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is up high for a ball. Anybody? Trey? Nope. First pitch. First pitch hits. Anybody? It's not Turner. It's Casty. Yep. Good job. Casty is 40. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Otto Kemp. And that ball is bounced foul. So Otto Kemp is back in the big leagues in place of Alec Bohm. Kemp is hitting .250 this season with runners in scoring position. Kemp is 0 for his last 9. Last played with the Phillies on August 15th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the 1-2, and that is up high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Stotts at second. Sosa is at first. 2 away. The 2-2 to Kemp. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup thrown there by Nola McLean. And the Phillies lead it 1-0 on an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. They'll be back in just a few moments as we go to the top of the 3rd inning, and we'll take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up button while we're in this timeout, and subscribe to the channel too if you have not done so already. All right, guys, we're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Just trolling with the chat. Everybody's like, come on, Otto, do better. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, Eagle Otto, step up. Even though he's probably not here. Just kidding, though. Francisco Lindor will lead off the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 Philadelphia. Aaron Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, and throws a strike on the outside corner for strike one. The ball is one strike. Here's the 0-1. That is off target. Outside. Marlins and Nationals are tied 1-1. Got the Braves up 3-0. Ozzy Albies hit a moonshot. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It just misses inside for ball two. Albies' homer went 435 feet. They lead it 3-0 against the Chicago Cubs. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's the 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's just warning track power as Kepler makes the catch in front of the Yingling Lager up sign. And there is out number 1. Anthony Sanfilippo just tweeted this thing out, which is really interesting. Listen to this. The most hits Nolan McLean had allowed in any of his 4 starts before tonight was 4. In 7 innings against Atlanta and in 8 innings against the Phillies. Tonight, the Phillies had 4 in the 2nd inning alone. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a called strike. We got Diamond Zone on at 10:30. Michael Harris II just also hit a home run. It's now 5-0 Braves against the Cubs. 0-1, and that is outside for ball 1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. What was I going to say? 1-1 is the count. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball rolled towards the right side. Stott has it, picks it up, tosses it over to first. And there is out number 2. Just wanted to let you guys know what the schedule is for this coming week. So we got Diamond Zone tonight. We'll be on at about 10:20, 10:30, depending on when this game ends. I would say it's going to be about 45 minutes after post-game show. Pete Alonso is due up at the plate. 2 outs, and we're going to have a mound visit here from JT and Aaron Nola. Tomorrow, same thing. Phillies play at 6:45. We'll be doing the same exact thing. 6:45, Phillies, 45 minutes after postgame show, Diamond Zone. Excuse me. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a little... I think that we're gonna do just the Phillies game, and then 10:10 we'll do the Dodgers game. We'll have Diamond Zone going on then on Wednesday, and then Thursday we got the Phillies and then Diamond Zone again. That's really how it's gonna go. It's just gonna be Phillies game and then Diamond Zone. Thursday we'll actually have some afternoon games, so we'll do Diamond Zone earlier. So that will be first. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the 1-0, and there's a line drive down the third base line. That is a fair ball, and Alonso's rounding first. He's going over to second. The throw is definitely not in time, and Pete Alonso just does Pete Alonso things off of Aaron Nola. So he gets on with a 2-out double. That thing did just stay fair. It just skipped over the bag. And it was a fair ball down that line. Alonso is 4th in all of baseball in the doubles category. Bo Bichette is 1st with 44. Bobby Witt Jr. is 2nd with 41. And then it's Brent Rooker with 38. And Alonso has 37. 2 away, top of the 3rd. And the pitch. That is taken for a called ball. On Sunday, it's going to be quick. We're going to do the Phillies, and then we'll do the Eagles. But if the Phillies game is running late, we're going to have to cut it short, and then we'll just go on into the Birds. 1-0 on the way. There's a called strike. taking on the inside corner. And then we'll try to do like an hour of Sunday Night Baseball, depending on when the Birds game is done. 1-1 pitch. That just misses low for ball 2. Two balls, one strike. Nimmo batting .301 with runners in scoring position. Here's the 2-1 offering. That ball is fouled away. Is Diamond Zone Diamondback Stream. Diamond Zone is basically like Red Zone, except it's for baseball. So we do like live whip arounds, and we go to like the hot games that are going on. And it's nonstop action. No commercials. I mean, maybe we take like a couple of breaks when there's like 2 games on. You know, but when we're in the thick of it, we just go. If a team has bases loaded, that's where we go to. If somebody's throwing a no-hitter, we go there. 2-2 on the way from Nola. Strike 3 called. Got him. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Just a double allowed to Pete Alonso. Other than that, Aaron Nola, so far so good in 3 innings of work. 1-0 Philadelphia, and the Phillies will be back in just a few. All right. Also, just got to make sure that I promote this. On Thursday, September 18th, guys, we are going to be starting. We're going to be doing a long stream that day in honor of my brother who passed away 5 years ago. We're going to be doing our first charity stream to the familial. We're going to be doing it to the Dysautonomia Foundation. My brother had familial dysautonomia, and we'll spread awareness. We're going to do a long stream that day. That is going to lead into Friday during the Phillies game too. So if you can't make it on that Thursday, that's okay. It'll still be up on Friday as well. Yes, just wanted to make sure that I promoted that. So that is still happening on Thursday, September 18th. If you guys want to be there just to enjoy the fun that we do, going to be on for a while that day. And then that will lead into Friday as well. So, yes. What's going on, chat? How's chat doing? What else do we have? By the way, guys, if you, I know that I tend to like get off track and I don't always look at chat, but if you guys do have something like really important that you guys want to say, feel free to hit the super chat button. You know, if you guys want me to read something, I can't read everything because there's a lot in my brain. And I call the game, and sometimes I just get distracted, you know? So, feel free to do that. I love you guys. Don't ever take it personally. I just can't read everybody's chat. Bryce Harper is coming up, and Harper takes ball 1 to start off the bottom of the 3rd against Nolan McLean. Nolan with 31 pitches so far. He allowed an RBI single to Nick Castellanos. That's it. There's the 1-0 pitch. There's a called strike on the outside edge. Harper has been a leadoff hitter in 38 games. He's batting .271 in his career as a leadoff hitter. Next pitch. That is outside for ball 2. Two balls, one strike to Bryce Harper. And the next pitch is way off the plate for ball 3. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. My brain is completely empty, so maybe I could help. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit towards the right side. Alonso has it. Throws it back over to McLean, who goes to cover the bag. Wins the relay race against Bryce Harper, who is retired for out number 1. Guys, we've only gotten 2 subscribers so far today, so if you have not hit that subscribe button, please make sure that you guys do that whenever you get a chance. It's just one button. It's just right below the video. It's a red button. It's free, and same thing with that like button as well. So 1 away, bottom of the 3rd inning. And Schwarber is up, and he stares at ball 1. JT is up next. The pitch to Kyle. In the air. Hit out over towards center field. That's going back, but it's going to be caught right on the warning track by Cedric Mullins. Kyle thought that he got it all. He did not. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. That was hit over towards straightaway center field. Peter was like, oh, did that go? And it did not. And that'll bring JT Realmuto up to the plate. First pitch to JT, and it's a little bit outside. There we go. Thank you so much. We got 3 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Again, it really does mean the world to me. The 1-0 pitch. There's a cutter taken right down the heart and soul of the plate for strike 1. We cover the Phillies. We cover Sunday Night Baseball. We also do a lot of baseball coverage with our Diamond Zone coverage. So we're on for... We've been putting in like almost 35 to 40-hour weeks over the last 3 weeks. We're just pumping out the content, man. That's what we're trying to do. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Plus adding the shorts to the mix. We're hustling. But we do it for you guys. 1-2 is the count. Bottom of the 3rd. 2 away. Nobody on. McLean comes set at the letters. He winds up and deals. And JT takes inside. That was a changeup. JJ, you tricked me. Well, Schwarber thought he had it. 2-2. That is way up high for ball 3. Why swing at 3-1? Because he thought it was his pitch. That's why. Just got to get the result. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. McLean kicks, deals, and JT takes down for ball 4. That was a nice curveball, and the fact that JT did not even go after that thing, that's pretty impressive. So there's a 2-out walk to JT. All right, chat, let's go. Charge! Kepler, who singled his last time up, is due up at the plate. Pitch number 1, ball 1. That was high. Berserker Edits, what's going on, dude? Thanks so much for stopping on by. I think you subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch is taken outside for ball 2. I think I'm going to put the stop signs on if I were Max Kepler here. 2-0 pitch. That was outside, but it's called a strike. Wow. Two balls, 1 strike to Max Kepler. McLean comes set at the letters. The 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Diving stop by the 3rd baseman. Brett Beatty, who gets up, throws over to first. That was a nice play by Brett Beatty. And so the 3rd and final out is recorded. Good defense there by the Mets. And the Phillies, well, they leave 1 man on. And they're going to go to the top of the 4th inning, up 1-0 against New York. That thing was hit really sharply, and Brett Beatty timed it well. He really did. We got some good games tonight, too, during Diamond Zone. We'll be doing the end of the Brewers-Rangers game That should be fun. We got the Angels taking on the Twins. There's a battle for the wild card, the final wild card spot with the Angels. We also have the Cardinals and Mariners game. Both teams are still contending for a playoff spot. The Mariners are still trying to get the AL West division, and then the Cardinals are just trying to fight for a spot for that final wild card spot. So they're hoping that the Mets lose. I mean, a lot of teams in that NL West, NL Central, they're really hoping that the Phillies beat the Mets today. So yeah, we got that. We got the Dodgers playing the Rockies tonight at 10:10. We got the Red Sox taking on the Athletics at 10:05. Red Sox still trying to fight for a division spot as well. And Diamondbacks and Giants are on at 9:45. And Reds and Padres. I mean, there's just so much drama going on around Major League Baseball. And we'll have it all covered tonight. And that'll be fun. So again, we'll be on 45 minutes after post-game show, I want to say, depending on when the game ends. And we'll have a redirect. You don't even have to go anywhere. Anyone else here because MLB.TV is down? Says Ian. Ian McLean, are you related to Nolan? No, just kidding. It's spelled differently. When you look at the Phillies Mets head-to-head stats this year, listen to this. Mets are batting .292. Probably don't even want to hear this if you're a Phillies fan. But Mets are batting .292. Phillies are batting .255. Mets have 16 home runs. The Phillies have 5. Mets have 53 RBI. The Phillies have 36. And the Mets have a 3.94 ERA pitching-wise. Phillies have a 6.10. Mets also have 7 wins. Phillies only have 2. Here's the pitch to Vientos, and that's taken for a ball. 60 pitches for Aaron Nola. And the 1-0 on the way, and that is low for ball 2. Maria's also here. What's up, Maria? DE is here. Hope all is good, chat. On my way to Oracle Park. Let's go. Big series tonight for the Giants. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Bader says he has it, and he certainly has plenty of room. He'll make the catch towards his right side, right in front of Monty's angle out in left center field for out number 1. Nice. It's date night. Ooh. Date night. I gotta hear about it when you come back, my friend. Gotta hear about it. That's awesome. Hope you have a good time. Here's 1 out. And the pitch to McNeil. Foul ball. I gotta ask, what jersey you wearing to date night? I gotta ask. Or are you even going with the jersey? Are you going with a shirt? How you doing it? 0-1. That's a foul ball over towards the right side. And out of play. Giants go Giants. Oh, yeah. The pitch. That's low for a ball. J.J. Yarn is good as Howie Rose, but this is nice at least. Thanks. Hey, man, I don't compare myself to anybody else. I'm just doing this because I have fun, man. That's it. I'm not Harry Callis. I'm not Tom McCarthy. I'm JJ. 1-2. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. Harper picks it up, and he takes it to the bag for out number 2. And I'm good with that. I don't want to be anybody else. I like being me. Cheers to that. So there's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And up next is Francisco Alvarez. So 2 up, 2 down. And Nola kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Thanks so much for the sub, by the way. Alvarez struck out back in the second. There's the 0-1. There's a ground ball hit over to third base, picked up by Kemp. The throw over to first is in plenty of time. And another 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. He's been doing a good job so far. 4 shutout innings for Aaron Nola. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Philadelphia. Okay. Dude, it's 8-0 Cleveland in the bottom of the fourth. How many runs have they scored in that inning? They've had to put up a lot of runs. They put up 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth. And the Royals don't even have a hit so far. Just pitching for Cleveland. Slade Sassani. Wow. They got a big game going on there, too. Another one with playoff implications. I saw someone say 3-1 Philly. Shane says, I'm going to go 3-1 Mets. Mets could have used Bader again this year, says Ian. Yeah. Well, do you like Cedric, or you think Bader would have been the better player? Because I don't think Cedric is bad. I don't know how specifically he is done as a Met, but I don't think he's bad. You know, playing McNeil in the outfield a lot in center field, now you don't have to do that. So, but I don't know. Let's go. Nader is too inconsistent. He's been doing good. Speaking of Bader, he's going to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. Howie Roseman just pulled off another trade. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Sources, the Eagles are trading for Tank Bigsby. The Jacksonville Jaguars running back. Wow. So Bader is up. He's 1 for 1 with a single, and he grounds this one out to left field and gets on with another single. And he's not going to go over to second base this time. I think he learned his lesson. So he gets on with a leadoff single there, and he's 2 for 2 on the evening so far. Okay, nice job. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Bader singled. So now it's Nick Castellanos due up, and Casty takes on the outside corner for strike one at 96 miles per hour. Thank you, JJ. I'm wearing some Giants practice-style jersey. Black and orange, Giants in cursive, has no name. Okay, sounds good. Here's the 0-1. That's a foul ball. Is it cold out there, or is it? Must be warm. What does the Game Time app say? Game Time says that it is 73. Okay. It's the same temperature out there than it is here. Huh. The pitch is taken down and in for a ball. How about that trade? Jaguars get a 5th rounder and a 6th rounder for Tank Bigsby. The 1-2 to Casty in the air, hit out over towards left field. It will stay in the ballpark, and that is going to be caught for out number 1. Casty got underneath that fastball. And so 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cheers. Not gonna lie, I'll be having fun with y'all. Dude, you're awesome, man. 1 gone, bottom of the 4th. I really like our community on here. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Andro! Hopefully I said that correctly. Andro? Or is it Andro? Andro Rodriguez, thank you for the sub. Thank you very, very much. Bader does lead off over at first. Here's the 0-1 the stats. That looks high, but it's called a strike. Bryson today 0 for 1, grounded into a 3-6 fielder's choice his last time up. His average sits at 249. McLean with 54 pitches so far. Here's the 0-2 to Stotts. That is low and a little bit outside. Thank you so much, Midnight Mickey. I appreciate that. I love it. Love doing this for y'all. 1-2 is way outside for ball 2. The throw to second base to get Bader. He is out at second base. He tried to slide in there feet first, and he is gunned out by Francisco Alvarez. He did get a late jump. Let's see a replay of this. Yep. Nice swipe by Lindor. Got him right on the left side. Good throw, too, by Francisco Alvarez. And Bader messing up on the bases again. So now there's 2 outs with nobody on. The count is 2-2. And the pitch to Stott. There's a line drive off the glove of Lindor. And Stott will be safe. That was a bullet. But Lindor tried to backhand it. And he could not catch it. It popped up a little bit in the air. He couldn't find where the ball was. Actually bounced first. Not saying that. I thought maybe he would have caught it, but then, of course, looking at the replay, you see that it hit the ground first. You just, in real time, you see just a cut. But anyhow, regardless, 2 outs with a runner on over at first. And now Sosa comes up, and he takes inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Edmundo Sosa. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is slapped foul and out of play. Who we rating, JJ? I don't know. Anybody want to check to see who's on that we haven't rated, like a Mets content creator? One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Let's see. Let's go see who's on. We'll do like a small streamer that's doing the Mets game right now. One ball, 2 strikes. The toss back over to first. That's not in time. Oh, I see one. All right, we'll go raid this guy. 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And then Edmundo Sosa is down on strikes. And we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Okay. Let's go raid this guy. All right. Go say hi to him. Tell us who we are. We'll give him a shout out for sure. And yeah, just be nice. That's all I ask. Let's go say hi. We'll be right back. Nice job. Cool. Top of the fifth. Nobody on. Nobody out. And Aaron Nola is back out there on the bump. And the pitch is taken low and outside for ball one. So it is 1 ball, no strikes to Brett Beatty, who did single in the second. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. There's the 1-0 pitch, and that is outside for ball two. Yeah, I want to try to. I'm really happy that we did that. I want to try to raid other people. It's nice to raid the same people too, but I want to show love to all the younger content creators out there and all the people that are getting their YouTube channel started. It's something that I feel like that we should do a little bit more of, just to give them love their way, and it's also just a good way to meet other people and just show them, like there's a lot of cool things about this. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch that is taken outside for ball one, or ball three. That is, sorry. We might go say that to somebody else a little bit later. Three balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch, and that is outside for ball four. I think Mike is going on later tonight. We'll say hi to him, too. So, a walk allowed by Nola to Brett Beatty to start off the 5th inning. And Cedric Mullins is due up. How we doing on those likes? Hit that thumbs up button, folks. I appreciate all the love and the support. Toss back over to first. That's not in time. Phillies lead at 1-0. They got an RBI single from Nick Castellanos. And that's all the offense so far. They've gotten 6 hits, just 1 run. Here's the pitch. That ball's popped up on a bunt attempt, and JT is behind the plate, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So not a good bunt at all from Cedric Mullins, and he got himself out. That's so nice. There's somebody, there's a couple friends in the suites with their kids, and the kids have jerseys on. One of them, I think it was a Bryce Harper jersey. He was so happy. No balls, 1 strike. That's to Francisco Lindor. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, delivers. That ball is hit out over towards right field. Lindor got under it. Castellanos takes a couple of steps in, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring Juan Soto up to the plate. Two away, top of the 5th. Nola, by the way, does have 76 total pitches. Juan Soto comes on up. And the pitch. And that is taken inside for a ball. One-0 delivery. That is down for ball two. The Braves are technically eliminated from NL East contention because they lost to Seattle. Doesn't mean that they're technically out of the playoffs. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Soto. Line drive down the right field line. That is a foul ball. And the count is now 2-1. Christian Yelich is back in the lineup tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers. Remember, he was dealing with back soreness. He missed 2 games against the Phillies. And he is finally back. Soto in the box, steps out really quickly. Two balls, 1 strike. Nola kicks, delivers, and there's strike 2 at the knees. That was thrown at 92 miles per hour. Harrison Bader should be on the Mets team. The 93 Phillies were a damn good team. Juan Samuel trade, worst ever. The toss back over to first, and it is not in time to get Brett Beatty. Just got his right hand in there. Harper tried to get Beatty out on the swipe. Beatty's right hand just got back in there. And the umpires, what's going on? He's out. He's out at first. Phillies are challenging the play call. I thought time ran out before they even got the challenge off. So did T-Mac, but he's out. He's picked off. He's out. So the Phillies are challenging. And Carlos Mendoza's not happy about it. So he's going out there to talk things over with the first base umpire, Ryan Addington. But he got him. I mean, he is out. I just didn't think that Rob got the challenge off in time. So the call is overturned. He's out over at first. Aaron Nola picks off Brett Beatty. And Mendoza's not happy. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies lead it 1-0 against the New York Mets. I'd like to know specifically how much how much time he did have and when he made the challenge. You know, I'd like to get details on that. But yeah, really interesting. Felt like he took a lot of time to just get that challenge off. Huh. All right, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. So he was picked off. It always surprises me how poor major leaguers are at bunting, says Larry. Yeah, well, it really doesn't surprise me now because that's just not where the emphasis on the game is, it seems. I just don't think that from what is being taught down even, I don't know. It just seems like that they're not going over these types of things, and something's getting lost, whether it's at the college level, the high school level. I mean, I would really like to try to get like a high school baseball coach and a college baseball coach on here one time, maybe during the off season, and try to see like what do they teach their students, you know, like what drills did they go over and that type of stuff. So would like to know that. All right, so Otto Kemp will lead it off here in the bottom of the fifth. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. Let's go Nola. BW, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping on by. Otto Kemp is up and the pitch. And that is fouled away. Folks, if you love good play-by-play on here, make sure that you go subscribe to Orioles Bird Watcher. It does an awesome job. Calls games for the Baltimore Orioles. You should definitely go check him out. My mods will drop his link down below. Excuse me. Here's the 1-2 to Otto Kemp. Did that get a piece of him? I don't think it did, but it nearly hit him. Bounced off the tip of the glove, too, of Francisco Alvarez's. Two balls, two strikes. Nola McLean with 65 pitches. The 2-2 on the way, and Kemp says no thank you to the sweeper. It was downstairs. And so the count is now full. Here's the payoff pitch. Downstairs again. And Otto Kemp gets on with a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the fifth inning. Charge! Phillies are challenging something. What's going on? Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. They were just showing a replay of the challenge of Aaron Nola's pickoff. Good job. Good job, NBC. The pitch on the way, and there's a called strike. And it's taken on the outside corner for strike one. To Bryce Harper. I was like, wait, what did we miss? Harper calls for time. It's no balls, one strike. Kyle Schwarber is in the on-deck circle. Nolan with 68 pitches so far. Here's the 0-1 to Harper. That ball is just fouled off the end of the bat. Nola McLean, 4 innings, 6 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Just has not been as sharp as the Phillies have definitely gotten on base against him. No balls, 2 strikes. Harper's 0 for 2. Grounded out to first his last time up. And the 0-2 gets a piece of the curveball and taps it foul towards the first base side. Hit that thumbs up button. We are now 21 subscribers away from 7,250, folks. Yeah, that was crazy, BW. 0-2 to Harper. That is punched foul. Phillies again without Trea Turner and without Alec Bohm. Turner has a grade 1 hamstring strain. And Alec Bohm dealing with shoulder stiffness. Here's the 0-2 to Harper. Swing and a miss on a curveball that was way outside and just disappeared downstairs. And McLean will get his 4th strikeout of the ball game. That's the second time that he has struck out Bryce Harper. Lots of folks wanted me to call the Ravens game. Once again, my instincts led me the right way, says BW. All right, Kyle Schwarber is up. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out, and he flied out his last time up. The pitch outside for ball 1. And Schwarber takes his helmet off. Something was in his eye. His right eye. He's trying to get it out. Shakes his head, puts the helmet back on. has some words with the home plate umpire. Just talking to him. That's Will Little behind the plate. He says, play on. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the 1-0 pitch, there's a swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 delivery is outside for ball 2. Charge! Drop those Schwarber emotes down below. Phillies lead at 1-0 on an RBI single from Nick Castellanos. Back in the bottom of the 2nd. Drove in Kepler, the 2-1, outside for ball 3. Back-to-back curveballs thrown by Nola McClean, and they were not even close. So it's a hitter's count. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. It's 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is down for ball 4, and Kyle Schwarber walks his way over to first base. All right, chat. Coming up to the plate, JT Realmuto. And another timeout taken by the Mets. Alvarez will gather the infielders with 1 away. JT, who walked his last time up, also popped out the second in the first inning to end the first. That was Nolan's 3rd walk that he has allowed. "18 sweepers, 17 sinkers, 14 curveballs, 11 changeups, 9 cutters, and 8 four-seamers tonight for Nola McClean." I believe that was correct. All right, we need 21 more subs for us to get to 7250. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel. It's a red subscribe button. Here's the pitch. That is taken on the upper third of the zone for strike 1 to JT. Disappearing like Harper's average. Man. Tough love. 0-1 pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to third base. Brady has it. Throws it to second for 1. Throws it over to first. Not in time. JT just beats it out. And that'll put runners on at the corners. That means that Schwarber is out at second. Kemp is over at third. So that is a 5-4 fielder's choice. JT gets the mid on. And up next is Max Kepler, who grounded out his last time up. It was a bullet hit over to Brett Beatty, and he made a diving stop. But he also singled in the second and scored the lone run for Philadelphia. McLean gets set at the letters and will deliver from the stretch. And the first pitch is outside. That changeup that he threw was off. Tanner Banks is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Kyle's going yard today, JJ, says Jason. Dude, I hope so. I definitely hope so. Did I say grade 2? I meant to say grade 1 hamstring injury. If I said grade 2, I apologize. He had a grade 2 last season, Trea Turner. One ball, 1 strike to Max Kepler. And he will get a timeout. A Seven Nation Army. Yeah, it's such a good song. It really is. And it's a great crowd chant, too. 1 strike to Kepler. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. So the changeups and the curveballs just... He's been trying to hit the outside corners. He's not been able to do so. He has 21 pitches in this inning. That's the most he's had in any inning so far today. Here's the 2-1, and that sweeper is swung on and missed. That was at the knees. Kepler is batting 158 with runners in scoring position. And Alvarez will take a timeout here. I feel like the Mets have taken a lot of timeouts today. Maria's here. What's up, Maria? How do I send a sub? Says Evan. What's up, Evan? If you hit the thumbs up button, if you hit the red subscribe button, you should see subscriber right there. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called, and we are going to the top of the 6th inning as Kepler goes down looking on strikes. All right, 1-0 Phillies. We're going to the top of the 6th. If you want to get a membership, if that's what you're looking for, I can post that link for you right now. Just got to give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got to find it. It is, I believe... Oh, wait. Hold up. Membership. Click on this link. It should pop up. 1 sec. There it is. It's right there on my Stream Elements. You should see it. Join the Philly Freak Nation for $2.99 a month. That's how you become a member. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's weird because on Twitch they call them subs. On YouTube they call them memberships. But yeah, if you want to follow me, hit the red subscribe button. Yes, there we go. I got you, man. I apologize. I was thinking, all right, is he talking about subscribing or is he talking about membership? Because I was thinking, all right, I can't go wrong here. It is $2.99 a month, though, if you want to become a member. You wanted to gift a membership, though, right? Yeah, the thing about the gifted memberships, though, and I really wish it wasn't this way, to be completely honest, I know BW's joking, and it's funny, but I really do wish that I could just gift certain people memberships, you know, like the people that have been supporting the channel for a while, that have been here since the very beginning. You know, I wish I could gift you guys memberships. There's a dollar bill icon right below where you type. Yes, you can also get it that way too. Yes, we got ways, guys, and not the app ways for traffic. Even though we do tend to direct traffic a lot on here with how the game goes. We're gonna go to the top of the 6th. That was a bad joke, but that's okay. I'll take a dad joke there. That was pretty bad. I'll take the L. I will take the L right there. Juan Soto will come back up to start off the top of the 6th. And the first pitch to him is down for ball 1. So it's a brand new at-bat because the runner, Brett Beatty, was picked off over at first to end the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. That knuckle curve is taken right down Broad Street for strike 1. Juan today 0 for 1. He did walk in the first. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is painted perfectly on the outside edge for strike 2. It was only at 91. His velocity is... The velocity for the fastball was at 95 in the first. It did at 95 once, and then it was around 94, 93, but he hits only 91 there. So Nola is pitching 83 pitches. The 1-2 delivery from Aaron Nola, swing and a miss. He went with a cutter there, and Juan Soto got nothing but air. Right down the middle. Soto did not expect it, and he is down on strikes. just like that. It worked. He tested him. He was like, I dare you to hit this thing. And he did good. This time he goes with a changeup right at the knees for strike one to Pete Alonso, and he just stares at it, and Nola is in front of the count. 0-1. Nola winds up, kicks, deals, up high, and inside. Alonso flinched just a little bit. Count is 1-1. Man, that moon looks very cloudy. It's very cloudy, but it's a nice moon. 1-1 pitch. As low and outside for ball two. We got 500 people watching. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe right now in a huge series between the Phillies and the Mets. 2 balls, 1 strike. The lay kick, the pitch. It's chopped foul over towards the left side. And the count is 2-2. Well, we got 500 people watching. You guys are the best. 88 pitches for Knowles. The 2-2 delivery to Alonso. Swinging a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. Not deep. And Bader maneuvers towards his right side. Waits for it. Makes the catch. And records the second out of the inning. All right, after this inning, we are going to take a very quick step off. We'll actually go raid our boy Mike Sports Vibes. We see that he's on. Haven't raided him because he's not usually on, but he's doing the Vikings game. So we'll go say hi. 2 outs, nobody on. And the next batter swings and misses at the first pitch. That's Brandon Nimmo. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. And that is on the upper third of the zone, taken for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, fires. That pitch is outside. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. The Eagles now have 10 projected draft picks in 2026 with the trade that they made to Jacksonville. 1-2 on the way. That is fouled off. And out of play she goes. All right, so after this, we're going to go raid Mike Sports Vibes. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Aaron Nola's on fire. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Aaron Nola, folks. Looking like his old self out there. Turning back the clock. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. comes Harrison Bader. First pitch that he sees, he bounces a foul. Tell you what, Harrison Bader, we talked about how Nick Castellanos has the most first pitch swings. Got to tell you, this guy has a lot of first pitch hits as well. On the second pitch, though, he lines one back up the middle for a base hit. Harrison Bader is 3 for 3 tonight against the New York Mets. And he is on over at first base. He's made 2 base running mistakes. Hopefully, he can do well on the bases, but he is at the plate. Looked really, really sharp. So Bader gets on with a leadoff single in the bottom of the 6th, and he is over at first base. The pitch selection tonight from Aaron Nola has been awesome. Here's the first pitch to Casty, and he gets junk, swing and a miss. They're leaving too many men on base. That's true. 0-1, the pitch. It's a breaking ball that bounces in the dirt. It's taken for ball 1. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We are 19 subscribers away from 7,250. How we doing on those likes, mods? 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. Over towards the tarp. Gregory Soto is getting warmed up in the Mets bullpen. It's weird to see him on the visitor side, because he was with the Phillies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doug, it was Romano. And also Daniel Robert is on the 60-day IL. The 1-2 pitch. And Casty lays off the curveball. Bader's starting to grow on you. How can he not? Two balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. And that is caught by Brandon Nimmo. It was hit sharply. It was well struck. But Brandon Nimmo timed it perfectly. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. So Casty flies out to left. And it looks like Carlos Mendoza will pull the plug. And McLean, well, his night is done. 91 pitches. He's still responsible for Bader over at first base. And the Phillies and Mets will be back in a few moments. All right. Nice. What's going on, chat? Folks, just wanted to remind you guys, let you guys know that we will be having Diamond Zone later tonight. About 45 minutes after the Phillies postgame show is done. We are also taking live phone calls tonight, too. And we'll be on for about 25 to 30 minutes or so, just wrapping up this Phillies game. We'll be doing that for every game of this series because we all know how huge this is. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. What you're going to get on here are a lot of play-by-plays, including ones for the Eagles, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Philadelphia Phillies as well. We also do Sunday Night Baseball. And we also do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone, which is basically a red zone edition of baseball. It's pretty cool. We bring it to Major League Baseball, and we do live whip-arounds. We go to the hot games. We see what's going on, and we try not to miss a big or a clutch moment in baseball. That's what we do on here, especially with all the seedings and the playoff scenarios. You're not going to want to miss MLB Diamond Zone because we got all that stuff covered. You got the Padres playing against, I believe, the Cincinnati Reds tonight, so there's definitely some tension going on there. You got the Mariners on tonight. They're playing against the Cardinals. Both teams also have playoff implications there. Mariners trying to battle for the AL West. Cardinals trying to get that final spot. And it's a dogfight for that final spot in the NL wildcard race. So there's a lot of good games. The Dodgers play tonight. They're still trying to keep space above the San Diego Padres, only one game up against them. I could go on and on and on, but you guys should definitely stop by and tune on into that. We'll be on. I put the cast on for 10:20, but we'll see what time this game ends and that jazz. All right, now back to our program. We also, by the way, just wanted to make sure I mentioned this. We have a big stream on September 18th. We're going to be live for a while, and we're going to be doing our very first fundraising stream for the Dysautonomia Foundation. If you guys can join, I would really appreciate it. You don't have to donate. Just being there on stream would mean a lot to me for sure. But more info on that. I'll have a promo video coming out really soon. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball one to Bryson Stott. Gregory Soto is on the mound. The lefty facing the lefty. Stott is batting just .225 against left-handed pitching this season. And here's the pitch. That fastball is painted on the outside corner for strike one at 97 miles per hour. September 18th for charity. Yep. It's going to be a lot of fun. 1 ball, 1 strike. We got a red bell out in right center field. 1-1 pitch. It's dropped by Alvarez, but it won't get too far away for Bader to advance. The pitch, by the way, was low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Get you Soto's numbers in just a few seconds. The 2-1 offering. And Bryson Stott fouls it back towards the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Soto is 30 years old. Started off his career with the Detroit Tigers, got traded to the Phillies back in 2023, and played with the Orioles, and then came over to the Mets. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and Nimmo and Mullins have to communicate, and Nimmo is there. He'll make the catch. Almost collided with each other. They did bang gloves, but wasn't like that they were running full speed. So there's out number 2. Bader did go back over to first. And Edmundo Sosa will be the next batter up. First pitch to Edmundo, swing and a miss. That sweeper was inside. The 0-1, swing and a miss again on a pitch to Sosa. Therefore, the count is 0-2. We got 448 people tuning on in. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not done so already. We have 193 likes. Let's get to 3-0. 0-2 to Sosa, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Edmundo Sosa. We're going to head to the 7th. We're going to take a step off. Vientos, McNeil, and Alvarez will be due up for the New York Mets, and we'll be back. But while we're in this break, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Be back. Let's go. How we doing, chat? Colton is here. What's up, Colton? We got Philip here still. Said, what the heck was he swinging at? I don't know. Yeah, hardcore. I talked about it. I talked about that before. Thanks for bringing that up again. Yeah, I talked about it. I know that you didn't know, but yeah, I did. We mentioned it. We're good. It's big. All right, so top of the 7th, 1-0 Phillies. Mark Vientos is going to lead it off as we go to the top of the 7th inning. We have 200 likes. Let's go. Half of you have hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 300. Thank you so much, really. First pitch was in there for a strike. David Robertson is pitching, by the way, for the Phillies. He has his bell-high socks. Phillies are in the pinstripes. 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. Robertson also played for the Mets at one point during his career. This is his 3rd stint with the Phillies. So Nola's night is done. He was magnificent. 0-2 to Vientos. Check swing. Did he go? And he did. And goodbye to Vientos as he is down on strikes. Nice. Very good. Move this. Put this down here. Nice stuff. 1 out. Top of the 7th. There's now 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Jeff McNeil will step on up to the plate. Left-handed hitter takes down and in for ball 1. Francisco Alvarez does wait in the on-deck circle. 12 homers for McNeil and 50 RBI. The 1-0 offering, that's low. Aaron Nola gave up 3 hits. He had 60 strikes, 94 pitches. He struck out 7 batters, walked 2, gave up no runs. And what's so sharp out there? 2-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, 1 away. Robertson gets set at the letters and deals. That ball is fouled. Out of play it goes. David Robertson with a 2.53 ERA at the age of 40 years old. And 15 strikeouts on the season. In 10 2/3 of an inning. 2-2 pitch. High bouncer hit over towards the left side. Robertson leaps up to catch it. Throws it back over to first. And it's in time to get Jeff McNeil out. Over at first base. Nice job. That bounced pretty high. And Robertson just went towards the left side of the mound and jumped up a little bit. Caught it. Brought his feet back down to the ground and then threw a strike over to first. 2 up, 2 down, top of the 7th. And Francisco Alvarez is due up. Alvarez swings and misses at the knuckle curve. That had a lot of life to it. And Alvarez chased on after it. No balls, 1 strike. Robertson winds up and fires. Swing and a miss. Went to the slider there. Good movement on the pitches so far from David Robertson. And Alvarez will call for time. No balls, 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-2 to Alvarez. Swing and a miss. A slider right down Broad Street, and Alvarez can't catch up. David Robertson with a beautiful 7th inning. 2 strikeouts, a 1-2-3 inning, and the Phillies still shutting out the Mets 1-0. And they will go to the bottom of the 7th, hunting for more runs. All right. Okay. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, folks, we are going to be doing some Phillies trivia. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, name that Phillies player. Okay. I played in the league. I was a left-handed thrower. I was 5'10", and my number was retired as a Houston Astro. That's all I'm going to say. Left-handed thrower, 5'10", and my number was retired as a Houston Astro. Anybody know who I am? Billy Wagner. Ding. Okay, so I wasn't going to say 7-time All-Star. I wasn't going to say that he played for the Mets. But yeah, Billy Wagner is correct. I tried to squeeze it in there. Didn't really know if I did a good job. I probably shouldn't have said number was retired as an Astro. That could have been a bigger giveaway. But it's all good. I'm fine if we all get it tonight. I'm fine with that. You guys, it's definitely not hard to run things by you guys. See, somebody's like, I should give you like a Phillies trivia book, but yet you guys are going to know all the answers. Unless I go like 1890s on you, then you're going to be like, well, who the heck cares about the 1890s? Or like the 1930s. I didn't watch baseball back then. But yeah, good for you guys. Good for you guys. I just got to up my game. I do. I got to up my game. We got 433 people on here watching. We got 210 likes. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Good job. Otto Kemp is coming up to the plate, and he takes inside for ball one at 82 miles per hour. Otto Kemp 0 for 1. He did walk back in the fifth. This is Brooks Raley out there pitching, and the second pitch is taken at the knees for strike one. Don't forget, tonight we got Diamond Zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Raley kicks, deals, swing and a miss on a sinker that was a little bit outside. Brooks Raley is 37 years old. He's been in the league since 2012. Started off his career with the Cubs. And then he was out of the majors for 7 years. Played with the Cubs in 2012 and 2013. I mean, really just a heck of a story. 1-2 on the way, and Kemp slices this one out to left field. Nimmo makes the play, though, gets the catch, and there's out number 1. That was hit off the end of the bat, and Nimmo made it look pretty easy. He had to jog a little bit, and he caught it for out number 1. The auto zone. So 1 away, bottom of the 7th, and now Bryce Harper is coming up. Raley does have a 2.08 ERA. The pitch, Harper skies this one out to center field. Mullins gets under it, takes about 5 steps over towards home plate, and makes the easy grab for out number 2. That moon is clear now. Phillies lead at 1-0 on an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. Aaron Nola pitched 6 shutout innings. Got 7 strikeouts, only gave up 3 hits. Schwarber is up, and he launches one out over to right field, but that's going to be caught by Juan Soto. And there's out number 3. Schwarber has made hard contact with the baseball tonight, just has not resulted in hits. And so we go to the top of the 8th inning, 1-0 Philadelphia against the New York Mets. Oh, what a game. What a ball game. Crazy. Let's go, Phillies. Phillies, again, in case you are wondering, they lead the National League East by 7 games. against the New York Mets. Lead it by 7. Also, the Mets wanted to put this out there too. Just give me 1 second as I stall for time. The Mets also technically win the series against the Philadelphia Phillies because they've won 7. And this is the final series. So if somehow the Mets were to tie the Phillies, even if the Phillies win all 4 of these games, the Mets would have the tiebreaker. Excuse me. All right, guys. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. For those of you that are new to the channel, tell me down below, what got you guys into baseball? Why are you here? Are you a Mets fan? Are you just a baseball fan? Are you betting on the game? Are you a Phillies fan? Like what got you into the sport? And why are you here? Let me know down below. I like to always say that I got into baseball back in 2006. I did go to the vet. I do remember being there one time. I'm sure I was there more than one time. But I got into it in 2006. I was 8 years old when I saw Ryan Howard up at the plate and when I listened to Harry Kalas call a game. That was the year that Howard won the MVP. And I got hooked on to the Phillies ever since then. I actually was looking for Channel 33. Channel 33 was Nickelodeon. I went up a channel. And I'm like, this is not Nickelodeon. This is the Phillies. And that's how I became a Phillies fan. PJ, what's going on? Thank you so much for the membership, my friend. You are... Woo! Matt Strahm is going to pitch the top of the 8th inning. And the first pitch, he falls behind in the count to Starling Marte. And the count is 1-0. Baseball fan since a little kid in the 60s, says Mark. That's awesome, dude. 1 ball, no strikes to Starling Marte, who's batting .355 in his career against the Philadelphia Phillies. And the 1-0 pitch, he pops it up. It's a mile high, right over towards the right side of first base. And the catch is made by Bryce Harper for out number 1. And there is out number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. So Marte came on in to pinch hit. And Cedric Mullins is up next. That means that Brett Beatty, his night is done. All right. Saul says he's a Mets fan. What's going on, dude? What's up, man? Luis Angel Acuna is coming up. And he will pinch hit for Cedric Mullins. So 2 pitches, 1 out, top of the 8th. And the pitch way up high. And Strahm falls behind in the count again, 1-0. Ryan Helsley and Tyler Rogers are getting loosened up in the Mets bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's a 4-seamer at 92 miles per hour. Taken for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. That is fouled away. And the count is 1-2. Acuna batting .242 on the season. He has 7 RBI in 165 at-bats. 1-2 pitch. That's wide for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nathaniel says, I'm a Yankees fan. I found you through Max Coverage TV. Isn't that correct? JJ, great show. Saw my first game at Connie Max, says John Cloran. Did I say that correctly? I hope I did. Again, I like to make sure that I get these pronunciations correct. Thank you so much, John. Connie Mack. Wow. Man, that's awesome. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strahm kicks, fires, and it's inside for ball 3. That four-seamer missed pretty badly. Not close. Up next is Francisco Lindor. He'll be batting, of course, on the right side of the plate. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat righty versus the lefty. 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow center field. Bader comes running in, squeezes it, makes the catch, and there's 2 gone in the 8th inning. Nice. So 2 up, 2 down. And Lindor, who's hitless in 3 at-bats, is coming on up. We are 18 subscribers away from 7250. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Lakewood Blue Claws. Nice. The pitch. There's a slider that's in there for strike 1 to Lindor. That's so cool. There's a big out. No balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. And that is called strike 2. Wow. Home plate umpire said that it was in there. And it was not high. Strom ahead in the count. Lindor called for time. Now he's back in the box. There's 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Strom gets set at above the belt. He kicks. He deals. And it's in the dirt for ball 1. Decided to play with a slider. Did not have a lot of bite to it. What's he going to throw here? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way. That's a foul ball with a four-seamer. Odin says, my first game, Connie Mack, June 61. Willie Mays hit 3 homers to left center, right center, and dead center. The game is on the records. 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. That's insane. That was the game? I didn't know. I didn't know what happened against the Phillies. I didn't know it was against the Phillies. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's down and inside for ball 2. By the way, Sasani, is his no-hitter still going on? He just gave up his first hit. 8 innings, 1 hit. 2-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. And the count is now full with 3-2. Massey got the single to break it up in the top of the 8th inning. Slade Sassani for the Guardians. They lead to 10-0. Had a no-hitter going into the 8th, and he lost it. Payoff pitch to Lindor. It's inside for ball 4. And Francisco Lindor, who was down in the count 0-2, able to work his way on base with a walk. That's the first time he's gotten on base. Got to be careful now. Obviously, he can run. And Juan Soto is coming up. Getting this final out would be huge. Here's the pitch to Soto, and that misses down for a ball. See, I wonder if you warm up Duran here. Was wondering that with nobody on, 2 outs. Maybe ask him to get the final out of the 8th, too. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch, and that's down and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Soto is 1 for 6 in his career against Matt Strom. Some drama here in Philadelphia. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball, diving stop by Stott. He throws it over to first. It's in time. The pitch was high. Soto lined it over towards the right side. Stott played it on the ground, made an excellent diving stop. They played him the pole, and he was able to throw it over to first. And Bryson Stott makes a huge play, and the shutout is still intact. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies up 1-0 against the New York Mets. Awesome job there. Great defense by the Phillies. That was excellent. Perfectly executed, too. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Soto swung at that pitch. Again, Strom has, 6 balls in a row? And yet, Soto swung at that, and Stott made an excellent play. Kudos to him for doing that. All right, so let's see. What's Berserker Edit saying? It's the end, top 9th. Philadelphia Phillies are going to the division playoff series. Let's go. No worries, sir. Pronounced Chloran. Chloran or Chloran? I think you're saying Chloran, right? Or is it Chloran? Like Ann is in Annie. Go Phillies. Tickets were $50. They were $50. Oh wait, 50 and 25 cents. Ooh, wow. It's wild. I've been a Phillies fan since my dad took me to see the Phillies for my birthday on June 16th, 1966 at Connie Mack Stadium. It was bat day, and I scored a baseball from the Phillies bullpen. Dude, that's insane, too. I love that. Settle down, Strom. Well, he did. I know I'm behind on chat. Yeah. All right, let's get those tarantulas loosened up. Let's get those snakes coming. He's not coming in just yet, of course. We have to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Who knows? We might not even need him if the Phillies get a lot of runs here, but we'll see. All right, JT will lead off the bottom of the 8th. Don't forget, after the game, we have a post-game show. First pitch to JT. That is outside for ball 1. On the pitch is Ryan Helsley. He has a 4.98 earned run average in 47 innings of work. Still has 54 strikeouts. The pitch. That's down for ball 2. The last time Helsley faced the Phillies, gave up 2 earned runs on a home run hit by Harrison Bader. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. We got 500 people on here watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. 2 balls, 1 strike to JT. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. That slider was at the knees. There he is. The tarantula is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Let's go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Helsley gets set at the Mets letters. Bounces back and forth. Kicks, deals, line drive, hit out to left field, but that's caught by Starling Marte for out number 1. Hit right on the nose to Marte, and JT is retired. Ever since Helsley has joined the Mets, his ERA is at an 11.45, and his WHIP is at a 2.45 in 14 games. He's 0-3. Here's the pitch. That's taken down for a ball. 19 hits surrendered in 11 innings. and 14 earned runs. 1-0 to Kepler, swing and a miss. And slider was in the dirt. I like that, Jason. 1 ball, 1 strike to Max Kepler. And the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. McCrypto PH, thank you very much for the sub over on YouTube. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's to Max Kepler. The pitch on the way, and Kepler lays off the curveball as it was low. Father had season tickets, field level on third base side, second row in right across from Mike Schmidt. Ooh, that's awesome. 2-2 on the way. Kepler, did he go? He did not. He held his horses. And it was low. So Kepler has a full count. Helsley gets set at the letters, breathes, winds up and deals, and Kepler slices it foul over towards the right field side. It was a hooker that sliced out of play. Hard contact, just foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and time is called by Alvarez. He just got it off with just 1 second left on the pitch clock. Kepler is talking over to the umpire. I'd like to see how much time was left. He ran out. He was like, time. That's the one thing that the pitch clock does to this game is, for catchers, now they have to plan for that. I know it sounds simple and it sounds a little odd, but it does bring in that element to the game too. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss and a high cheese fastball in triple digits. And there's out number 2. Kepler is down on strikes. Well, there's a replay of the 2-run homer that Harrison Bader hit off of Helsley. And so he is now due up at the plate. Pitch number 1, strike 1. It was a curveball on the outside corner. I believe Helsley and Bader were teammates at one point. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good movement on the slider there. Bader today 3 for 3. Also got caught stealing and was out at second base trying to extend a single into a double. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Bader didn't recognize that the ball got away from Alvarez. And so he is down on strikes anyways. And we're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. The Tarantula is coming on in, folks. And the Phillies will try to secure a 1-0 shutout. Let's see. Bring out the spiders. Bring them out, bring them out.
It's a good song.
Let's go. Bring out those spiders. Pete Alonso will lead it off here in the top of the 9th. Get the spiders, the tarantulas out. Bring out all the insects. Yeah. Ants, caterpillars. I don't care what it is. That's what this man needs right now. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. There's the spiders. There's the tarantulas. Love the emotes. Love the animals. The insects. So yes. We got 572 people on here watching. Fuego TV, thank you very much for the sub. Guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles games. We also do play-by-play for Sunday Night Baseball. We do MLB Diamond Zone as well. We'll be doing another edition of that tonight at 10:20. That's when I have it set for. Hopefully I see you guys then and there. And, yeah, it should be exciting. We got a post-game show after this. If you guys want to call in, 610-314-0844. It's at the bottom of your screen. It's also listed in the chat. And my mods can also post the phone number as well in the live chat, too. Thoughts on the game, that's what we're going to do during the post-game show. So, Duran is going to go out there to pitch the top of the ninth inning. Dallas is here. What's going on, Dallas? Look at all those insects. Look at the spiders. Look at the webs. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love seeing my chat filled with spiders. It's great. It's awesome. We have an awesome chat, man. We really do. We need 14 more subscribers for us to get to 7,250. Duran comes on in, 27 saves and 30 opportunities, a 1.89 ERA. First pitch to Alonso, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Pete Alonso, the tying run over at first base for the New York Mets. Odin with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Odin, thank you, my friend. Ronnie Mauricio will be the pinch runner for Pete Alonso. Thank you. So Mauricio does get on with a Mauricio is over at first base as Alonso got on with a single. And now Brandon Nimmo is coming up. Duran comes set above the belt. He kicks, he deals, and that pitch is called a strike. That was at 100 miles per hour. Hit the outside corner. You got the benefit of the doubt there. No balls, one strike. Duran gets set above the belt and deals, and that ball is fouled away on a splitter at 88 miles per hour. Duran, 27 years old. He's 8th in baseball in saves. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to be caught by Kepler. There's out number 1. And he throws it back in over to Sosa. 1 away in the top of the 9th inning. So Nimmo flies out to left. And Mark Vientos is due up. Let's go, chat. Nice catch there. We got 613 people on here watching. Nice. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive hit out to right field. That's going to go all the way towards the wall. Mauricio is going to head over to third base, and Stott cuts it off. And there's a double with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning by Mark Vientos. That pitch was down the middle, and Vientos took advantage of it and was able to launch it out to right field. So this game not done yet. This is how the Phillies versus the Mets have gone. This is what you call a rivalry. It's not a rivalry without drama. So 1 out, top of the 9th. And Jeff McNeil is due up at the plate. Infield now playing in, obviously. There's 15 seconds left on the pitch clock. McNeil is in the box. 1-0 Phillies. The pitch to McNeil, swing and a miss on a fastball down the middle at 102. Got to lock in. No balls, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Ground ball, foul. Almost got a piece of the umpire, too. It took 2 bounces right by the line. Yikes. Phillies fans on their feet. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on it, 2nd and 3rd. 1 out, top of the 9th. Phillies up 1-0. Wonder if he's going to go outside or if he's just not going to mess around with him and just test him. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? The pitch was down and in, and he did not go. He held up. That was close. I think he just held his swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Duran will call for time. Umpire signals something. I don't know if Duran's going to get a pitch clock violation on him or what. Signaled something, but it says that the count is still 1-2. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Fans on their feet. The 1-2 on the way to McNeil, and it's down for ball 2. That was a knuckle curve. Bum, 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 bum. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9 pitches for the Durantula. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 on the way. Foul ball off the knob of the bat. At 102 again. So McNeil did commit to it. The count is tied up still, 2-2. 1 second left. The windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. High cheese on the 102 fastball. And 1 more out to go. Wow. And it's now up to Francisco Alvarez. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Alvarez is up. He's 0 for 3. He struck out twice. He also grounded out. Duran kicks, fires. Swing, did he go? He did, and the count is 0-1. He checked his swing on a slider that was down and out. He definitely committed. No balls, 1 strike. to Francisco Alvarez. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That was even further outside and low. And the Phillies are 1 strike away from winning the first game of this 4-game set. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left. The windup, the pitch. Got him! Swing and a miss. Duran turns out the lights in Philadelphia. The bank is closed, and the Phillies win 1-0. Ring the bell, the Philadelphia Phillies win. That's their first shutout against the Mets since May 14th of 2024. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was great. Wow. What a win for the Philadelphia Phillies. Aaron Nola. Aaron freaking Nola. Okay, Nola McLean is no joke. The Phillies, we'll talk about it, we'll break it all down. The bottom line is that you take game 1 against the Mets, you get the monkey off your back. This team swept you out at Citi Field a week ago, and they came on in to your ballpark and could not even put up 1 run. The Durantula came on in for that 9th inning. It certainly got dicey. Vientos gets that double, and he throws a fastball at 102 right on by Jeff McNeil to get him to chase after it. And then Alvarez, I don't know what he was doing in that final at-bat, but he was just like throwing him breaking balls. And nonetheless, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Francisco Alvarez. And that was the ball game. Great win. You're now 8 games above the New York Mets in the National League East. You cut the magic number down, I believe, to 11 to win the NL East. Last time I checked, it was at 13. So, yes, big win. You were also without Trea Turner. You're without Alec Bohm, too. All that stuff goes into consideration with this. All right, let's re-chat. We are going to be having a post-game show, absolutely for sure. But yes, I do want to read some chats before we sign off. That is so awesome. A huge, huge win. Hit that thumbs up button. Yes. I know that the stream got a little bit spotty at the end, but guess what? I mean, it's just, I feel like that's actually a fine thing after a win like this because we're celebrating and it's a very nice win. Yes, that was a hell of a start for Aaron Nola, and he is without a doubt the most valuable player of tonight's game. They don't win this game without Aaron Nola. He wasn't just giving you a quality start. He gave you a shutty in 6 innings, and he struck out 7 batters, only gave up 3 hits. He had to be perfect. The fastball velocity actually went down, but the knuckle curve and the changeup were so on point, and that was what you needed. Okay, more to dissect when we come back, more to talk about, but let's celebrate. All right, be right back in just a few moments. Give me 2 minutes, and then we'll have a post-game show. 610-314-0844 is how you call on in to the show. Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Outstanding pitching. Outstanding pitching. You got a shutout. You shut out the Mets. This team, I don't care what people are going to say. I don't care about their record and how they've been playing lately. Okay? They came into your ballpark tonight and couldn't put up a lick. Context matters. They just swept you last week out at their own ballpark. Your team has not done well at their ballpark. And you needed to go out there tonight with a statement. And your pitching made the statement for you. Aaron Nola was absolutely phenomenal. Without a doubt, his best start of the season. I got to keep my composure here. I've been very tough on Aaron Nola. The Aaron Nola experience this year has been really difficult. Watching this man's journey. But tonight, my favorite thing about Aaron Nola was that he got ahead in the counts. And even when he had trouble in that second inning, after giving up 2 hits, what does he do? He gets in front of the count against Cedric Mullins. He goes sinker, four-seamer again. So the count is now 1-2. And then he goes to his changeup. Mullins does not anticipate that that's coming, and so he fouls it off. And then he went to his knuckle curve, and that pitch tonight had so much life to it. That thing really took a big, big dive. You're going to need that from him. And for him to step up like that from the stretch and do those types of things, throw those types of changeups, throw those types of knuckle curves. Like, I was watching the movement, and I was like, holy Toledo. That was great. That was special. That was special. Very good stuff. It was very deceptive. It looked like him and JT were on the same page. I thought JT called a great game. And when the four-seamer started to go down in velocity, which, by the way, he threw 95 in the first inning. Excuse me. When that started to go down, he spammed the knuckle curve and the changeup. He threw so many types of breaking balls and got ahead in the counts. And there were definitely swings and misses, but a lot of times he was just painting those corners. And even when he got the swings and misses, they weren't flat. They weren't just coming out of his hand straight, which we've seen a lot of times. So by far, Aaron Nola is my... How can he not be? How can he not be? Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't. But let's honor what this man did tonight. Because that is what you are going to need moving forward without Zach Wheeler. I don't know if he can do it. But tonight, at home, under that pressure, he needed to be perfect because your offense couldn't do a lick. Yes, did Castellanos get the RBI single? He did. That was it. That was it. And we'll get to the offense in a little bit. I'm disappointed in the offense, but we're sticking to the positives right now because overall, the big takeaway is you shut out the Mets in Game 1 and you start off the series with a W without Trea Turner, without Alec Bohm. I mean, and you're going to be missing them for the foreseeable future. But even still, how you get these wins, that matters because you're missing 2 big pieces. And 3 if we want to talk about Zach Wheeler. So that was nice. Didn't have to go to Orion Kerkering tonight. And Matt Strahm buckled down when he had to. He did. So the pitching to me was the A in tonight's game. I'm going to start off. I started off with Nola, who, by the way, just got his 4th win of the season tonight. Nola's now 4-8. Nola McLean gets his first loss. And Duran gets his 28th save of the season. Robertson, huge. David Robertson was outstanding. He had the one play where Brandon Nimmo hit a ground ball right towards the left side of the mound. This guy's 40 years old, and he jumps up for that ground ball. First, he has to get to the ball, and then he jumps up, drops back down, and then fires it over to first. That was excellent. That was excellent. Excuse me. And then he gets 2 strikeouts in that inning. And one of them, I believe, was to Pete Alonso, if I'm not mistaken, in that top of the 7th. Wish I had it in my notes. No, it was Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez just could not find his rhythm at all. The Phillies pitchers read the scouting report tonight against Francisco Alvarez, and they said, let's just throw him sliders and knuckle curves and off-speed pitches that have a lot of movement. And it worked. Strahm in the 8th inning. So he ends up walking Lindor after the count is 0-2 with 2 outs. He needs 1 more strike. Okay, Lindor, to his credit, fouls off 2 pitches as the count is 1-2. And then he gets on with a walk. So now all of a sudden he's fallen behind in the count to Juan Soto. And credit to Bryson Stott here. Bryson Stott makes an excellent play because the pitch was high. Soto commits to it, but he drills it over towards the right side, and Stott makes that diving stop. If he doesn't make that play there, who knows? Who knows? The Mets could take the lead. With Pete Alonso coming up and Matt Strahm still pitching, I don't feel comfortable about that. I didn't feel comfortable in the 9th, and we'll get to that too. But Stott made a beautiful play, and I don't want that to go unnoticed either. So your defense did well. Your pitching was stellar. And then Duran comes on in for the 9th inning. First pitch, ground ball back up the middle by Pete Alonso. They go with a pinch runner. Ronnie Mauricio comes on in. And then, tell you what, Nimmo hit one out to left field. I thought it was going to get down for a base hit. It did not, and it's the results that matter. And the catch was made by Max Kepler. Good play there. And then Vientos gets a splitter right down the middle, and drives it out to right. But, man, this guy has balls. Because this guy is ahead in the count 0-2 to Jeff McNeil in that 9th inning. And McNeil gets 2 knuckle curves, and he says, no, I'm not going to swing at those. So now the count is 2-2. Next pitch, okay. How about the 4-seamer here? I'm going to go up high and inside, and he just hit it off the knob of the bat. By the way, the first ball that was thrown was a check swing, and he just held up. So McNeil is still trying to be protective. So now the count is 2-2. Fouls off the first pitch off the knob of the bat. And then Duran says, all right, that was up high and inside. I'm going to go a little bit further towards the outer third of the plate and maybe just a little bit lower. I dare you to hit my four-seamer. 102 again. Nothing but air. He was late. That out to me was the big out. Because that was out number 2. And even a sac fly at that point ties the game. So now your defense can breathe a little bit. And all they have to do is just worry about getting the final out. And they did. So getting McNeil out there for Duran's sake was big. I just wanted to dissect that pitching because that was a hell of a performance. That was an A-plus job. I don't usually go A-plus. That was A-plus, in my opinion. You had to be perfect. You had to be perfect with the way that this offense just went stagnant tonight. And they were. Let's get to the offense, and then we'll get to your thoughts. Comment what you guys think down below. I did not like the lineup when it first came out tonight. I do not like Bryce Harper leading it off. I don't. To me, what needs to be done is, I believe, I would actually give, and people might disagree with me here, I would give either Brandon Marsh or Bryson Stott a chance at leading it off. I would. And I've been very critical of Bryson Stott lately. Or I've been very critical of Bryson Stott overall this year. But to me, he is swinging the ball better. He's also fouling off more pitches, and he's capitalizing on more mistakes. He's not uppercutting as much when you watch him. I don't like the fact that Bryce Harper's leading it off, and then you're going to have Schwarber bat second. Now, maybe this was just a one-time thing. Maybe Brandon Marsh is what Rob is really thinking whenever there's a righty out there on the mound. But even still, I just don't like Bryce Harper leading it off. I don't. I would go Marsh, and then I would go Bader, and then I would go Harper, and then Kyle Schwarber. Or JT and then Kyle at the 5. That's me. You might disagree with that. And then you would still have Bryson Stott at 6, but I would be okay if they went to Stott or Marsh in the leadoff spot right now with how they are hitting. I would. I would not give that to Bryce Harper. That's just where I am. I disagree with him batting in the leadoff spot, even if it was just for one night. So that's where I stand on that. But this offense tonight, look, Harrison Bader, he did get on base 3 times, but man, took a bad gamble in that second inning. I could understand what he was thinking, but that was a Bryce Harper type of a move, where Bryce Harper's just trying to be aggressive for no reason, and you get yourself out there. You can't do that. You got to be smart. And he committed. It wasn't like he was, gonna get caught into a rundown. He did commit, but he was out, and it was not even close. He was originally ruled safe, but the umpire could not see that he was tagged out. The throw definitely had him beat. Then when he gets caught stealing over at second base, he got a late jump. He got a late start. What are you doing? But Castellanos, RBI single for him down the first base line after Bader gets out and Kepler goes over to third. Castellanos, it's just one run, but you needed it, and it ended up being the difference of the ball game. You hit off of Nola McClean. You took him out of the game. You did good against him. I didn't really feel like he was as sharp as tonight. But the Phillies did take advantage. They just didn't score enough runs. Your top 3 hitters tonight went 0 for 10 with 2 walks. Now, Kyle Schwarber hit the ball hard like 2 times. He did. He hit some bullets out over to center field, but just could not get on base. No, it sounds like I'm making excuses, but he did not get on base, and that's what ultimately matters. But yeah, I would consider personally putting Bryson Stott or Brandon Marsh at the top of the lineup and then have Bader bat second, and then go to Harper third, and then fourth, Kyle Schwarber or JT, and then have Kyle Schwarber bat in the 5 spot. But that's me. That's where I stand. Let me know what you guys think down below. Big win overall. Very, very big win. And I don't want to lose sight of that. You won the game 1-0. And tomorrow you got Sanchez. You got Ranger tomorrow going up against Shaw Mania. So you should be feeling good about taking game 2. I like my chances with Ranger Suarez out there on the mound tomorrow. I think that he'll have a good outing. I mean, he's been pitching really well over his last 3 out of his last 4 outings. I think he's done really well. I know that he had that one outing against the Braves where he gave up 1 earned run, but he allowed 10 hits. So I don't give him that. But the outing against the Brewers was outstanding. It was. So, all right, calling into the show, 610-314-0844 is how you calling in. I will take Do Not Disturbed off. I will do that right now. Letter grades. Give me your letter grades down below and your breakdowns. I would say that the pitching, I would say overall, you get a B+. I would say I'll go down to I'll stick with a B+. I'll say that your pitching today was A. Your starting pitching was A. I would say that your offense was a C-, and I'll be nice about that. Okay, I'll go down to D+, but then I'll say that your bullpen was also an A too. So, that to me balances out to A+. Aaron Nola was the A+. I did not say that. All right, let's get on in to these phone calls. All right, well, our first person just dropped out. But yeah, let us know down below. It's called next man up mentality, man. It is. No, you're absolutely right. Next man up. Aaron Nola set that tone. Aaron Nola delivered. Our first phone call. Here we go. I don't know why this keeps on cutting out. There it is. Okay. All right. So let's take our very first phone call. What's going on, my friend? You're on Play-by-Play with JJ. How you feeling?
Honestly, I feel good. Got it done.
You got it done.
Visit I think Nola did really everything. Like, he carried the entire team this whole game.
Remember when I asked during the very beginning, I said, how far do you think Aaron Nola's going to go? And I think Larry said 4 2/3. Somebody said 4 innings. Somebody said 5. Somebody said 6. But even still, like, I don't think anybody figured that Aaron Nola was going to pitch a shutout. Like, he did more than enough tonight.
Yeah, and you mean all the Mets batting all go silent.
Yeah, he got everybody off balance. And I really liked that. He just looked so poised out there. I looked into his eyes, and he had that competitiveness to him tonight. I thought that he was just locked in. I really did. But what else did you see, my friend?
And going back to what you said about Bryce Harper, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like, he shouldn't be in the lineup. Like, I mean, unless you're ready to jump and can get a hit, from the jump, then you can't then obviously be in the starting three. Like you give like anything like Bryson Stott should definitely be in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want Bryce Harper batting leadoff. Like we can talk about him sliding down from like the number 3 spot another time. I just don't. I don't like the fact that this guy is coming up to set the tone. I just don't think that you should do that. I'd rather have Kyle Schwarber lead off over Bryce Harper. Now, I don't think Schwarber should be leading it off. I think that you need somebody to set the table for Kyle to do damage, and it's not any disrespect against Kyle Schwarber because Schwarber is still your best offensive player even when he's in a slump. That's just how it goes. So I'd rather have Stott or Marsh because Stott and Marsh to me right now, Marsh specifically, is just making good contact with the ball. And he's going the opposite way. He's not doing too much. He's not pulling the ball and swinging for the fences like he was before. He looks very disciplined. And that's why I'd rather have him bat as the leadoff hitter, just to set the tone, you know?
Definitely for sure. But, the main thing is that they did one thing good. They got one game from the Mets. Now you can get tomorrow to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
But I think the one thing you should do is at least try, get some more runs in because they did shut them out. This revenge they did to City Field, and they shut them out. So at least try and get some more runs in this go round.
Absolutely.
That way,
1,000%.
definitely get that off.
Yep. All right, Cool J, thank you so much for coming on here as always, man. Go Phillies. This was a nice win. Very nice win.
Yes. Phil.
All right. I'll see you, man. All right. I think that we can talk about Bryce Harper batting in the 3. I don't think that he's been productive in the number 3, but I just don't see Rob taking them down in the lineup. I also can't see that Rob is going to continue to bat Harper in the leadoff spot. I think he just wanted to try it out today, but we'll see what he does for tomorrow. We'll see what the lineup is. Presley, he hung up. Oh man, Presley, call back on in. Call back on in, my friend. I don't know why. It's doing that on his end. That's really weird. I got Cool J's call. Presley, try to call back in, man. Actually, here, let me try to call you back. Presley Baumholtz missed phone call right now. Let's see if I accept this guy. Yo, what is going on, my friend? You are on Play-by-Play with JJ. How you feeling?
John from Richmond, Virginia.
John, what a win.
Who would have ever thought that one run in the second inning was going to win that ball game?
I agree with you.
I'll tell you what. I give the pitching staff, Nola, and the rest of them an A+. It got a little antsy in the top of the 9th, but he got through it. And we take the win 1-0, and I am definitely a Philly freak tonight.
Absolutely. And look, you heard the news about Turner being down. You heard the news about Alec Bohm going on the IL. And regardless, I really want to believe that Aaron Nola just went out there and rallied the troops. So you can say whatever you want, but he was locked in. That to me is the bottom line. He had that tiger eye in him tonight, and he was
6
just
innings,
so
3
poised.
hits.
Yep.
And he didn't give up. He didn't give up the home run. I love it.
I know. Did not even give up one home run. I don't even think he walked a batter. I don't even think he walked a batter, John.
No, I don't think he did.
So, great win. Now you have Ranger tomorrow, and you can go out there and take game 2. I mean, how would you feel going up 2-0 against this team? That's got to feel nice, right? Going up 2-0 against this team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
You got it. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take a nice phone call, as always. All right, let's get Presley back on here. Hold up 1 second. Let's get Presley back on. I saw that he called. So, yeah, I'll try to get him back on. I want to make sure that I do that. Where is it? There it is. Yo, Prez! What's going on, dude?
What's going on?
Dude, what a win.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you, too,
Monday.
Man. How about that win, dude? How about that win?
I'll tell you what, I turned down tickets to go to the game today because of my track record against the Mets. Watching Phillies Mets, I'm 1 for 6 lifetime. So I think the reason they won was because I wasn't there. So if anything, everybody listening should be thanking Presley because I'm serious. That's really what it is. I mean, I've had very bad luck against the Mets in Philly and in Citi Field. So
yes, sir.
I stayed home to watch it.
Thank you for taking one for the team, man.
You know, man, you do what you got to do. I mean, you do what you have to do for this.
Absolutely.
Trying to be a loyal fan.
I mean,
but just going back to what you said about the lineups, I mean, honestly, and I've seen Marsh in LA when he's batting leadoff. He needs to kind of lay off as much pressure as he can. So I think keeping him at 5 or 6 would probably be best for him. Stott's played leadoff. I mean, he's not being productive, we would hope, right now. Maybe that'll change come October, but you're looking at a lineup and the weak points, it's really either Schwarber, which I know Rob's trying not to do again, or Stott, and I think his best case is to kind of elevate Stott to that point. I think you should leave Bader far down the lineup. I know he's playing well right now, but it's kind of hard not to tweak the lineup when players get injured. But
I hear you. I just don't like Bryce leading it off. I don't want. I just like I hear I hear your points, but I want somebody to set the table for Bryce Harper and for Kyle Schwarber, and Trea just did that so perfectly. I mean, like, there's no doubt about it. He was a great leadoff hitter, and sometimes I would even criticize him and say, well, he just beat out like a dinky, like, little single here and there, and those singles that he would beat out, like, weren't as impactful. But I also understand, too, that there were moments in time, especially during the last couple of weeks, where this guy was coming through during the stretch and this guy was setting the tone. And so you're missing that now. And so there's clearly a hole, and it's really hard to replace. I just don't think Bryce Harper's the answer. I'd rather go with Stott and Marsh over Bryce Harper, but I also understand, too, that there's not a perfect fit. So
now there's not.
So I want to ask you this. Would you be okay if they experimented with Sosa batting in the leadoff spot? Or do you think Bryce is the best?
Idea.
You think Bryce is the best?
I think if they really want to experiment right now, they need to put Marshall because he's the hottest hitter on the team the last week or so. So if they want to let him set the tone, I think that might be the best point. But Scott's not playing the way he needs to be, so he's not going to sit in the leadoff. So Marsh has the leadoff experience back in LA. Was he good at it? Not preferably. He had some success there, but he's one of the hotter hitters on the team right now. So I think if you want to give him a chance while they're in platoon, that might be best. But again, mentioned platoon, he's not playing every single game, so that leads to. So, but pitching wise, I mean, pitching was impressive tonight. Was not expecting Nola to not give up any runs. That was not on the bingo card tonight. And way to go to the bullpens for actually showing up. That was a big surprise. We've not had a good track record against the Mets in numerous years, and it was a good classic pitcher's duel.
Absolutely.
Some scary moments, but yeah, that's really it.
It definitely got scary, but this is what a rivalry does. This is exactly what a Mets-Phillies rivalry looks like. I felt like this was just your classic Mets-Phillies rivalry tonight.
Absolutely, and they got to keep putting that forward in the next 3 games, and the race towards October starts now, and they need to stay hot. So winning the series would be a nice big step forward, and that magic number is down to 11 right now, JJ.
It's great.
So
it's awesome.
We're getting closer to the division.
That's awesome,
all right,
man.
Enjoy the rest of your show. Great talking to you. Go Phils. Go Birds. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, man. Nice phone call. All right, I think we're going to be done with the phone calls for now. But yeah, I just don't like Harper leading it off. I personally think that they should try Brandon Marsh and that they should try Bryson Stott because again, like they're in a groove right now, and you're not going to be able to just replace Trea Turner, and you're going to have just that that man that just sets the tone. But I would personally give it more of a shot. I really technically want Brandon Marsh or Stott or somebody else to have more at-bats right now than Bryce Harper. That's the way that I look at it. But that's just me, and I stand by on that. We'll read some text messages, and then we're going to sign off, folks. I really appreciate that. What else do we have? What else do we have in the chat? Got Presley there. A- pitching A, offense a D, B- overall. And his shutout is an A+, is Michael. What's up, Mike? How are you, man? How are you, dude? All right. Thank you all so much for coming on. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Great shutout from this Phillies pitching staff today. 1-0 is the win. A win is a win. And it's nice to have the monkey off your back against the New York Mets. All right, Lila Tov, good night. I'll catch you all on the next one.